Junior men's eights then, the Princess Elizabeth Challenge Cup, the King's School Chester on the Buck station nearest to your picture, and Monmouth School on the Berkshire station. And the pressure very much on the Coxes as always, Corrigan and Kilcarney as they go past Temple Island. It was close there, it's still close.
Yeah, I'm expecting this to be a really close regatta. We saw King's School Chester come 8th in the national schools. Monmouth, I think, were 11th in that event. So at that point, it was King's School that had the advantage. But in this regatta, you can see they've both raced off really hard, and it is the chocolate gold of Monmouth that has got ahead.
So Monmouth on the Berkshire station. And they have got ahead. It's been pretty even, hasn't it? There's always the question that we have to look at, and you know, the Berks and Buck station, it is so even. There's no, as we've seen this morning, it's perhaps slightly different races tactically that you have to, and different conditions you have to cope with, maybe with the current or the winds perhaps, if that was relevant. It's not today, there's not enough wind to talk of, but it's maybe a slightly different approach. It's been very, very fair racing there, isn't it?
I think current is a good point. So what's interesting about this course is it is fair. And when you look back at the records, you see that there is very little advantage on either side. But at different points in the race, there is an advantage. So when the boat is in the stream in the centre, depending on when you're looking at the overhead shot, the crew that's in the stream is racing against the stream in this regatta is probably at a slight disadvantage. So as you go into the bank or on either side, it does make the water a little bit quicker. But look at that, there's Monmouth. You just said if you were looking at form, they would maybe not be ahead of Monmouth on the national schools result, but there we are above King's School Chester, but they are up there now.
They are. So good work from Monmouth School. There's the course out in front of them towards Henley Town Centre. Yes, if you're not familiar with Henley Royal Regatta, it's paddling upstream, which makes it a lot harder work.
It does. It can, and when we've had the rain that we've had in the last few weeks, it can make it feel a longer race. If we had a dry summer, we expect it to be stiller. And then conditions are faster.
As if they need that. It's long enough as it is. 1 mile and 550 yards, to put it another way. We often quote the 2,112 metres, but 1 mile and 550 yards is another way of putting it. And that's long enough.
It is a long way, and we've seen races that athletes have come undone by the extra amount. Very, very used to racing now in 6-lane racing. We talked about the National Schools Regatta that is done on a 6-lane 2,000 metre course, and this is one of the longest side-by-side events that these athletes will experience.
It does make it unique, and it makes it is entertaining the right word? Possibly not, but that last few metres so often can change a race.
And it's interesting, this Monmouth crew, for all men come from Stroke Hamish Lawson. It is their first Henley regatta. Hamish rode Henley on his 16th birthday when he knocked out a seeded crew, which he wanted us to remind us of that particular victory in the Princess Elizabeth. But yeah, to take this experience and come to this regatta for your first experience, they will be really enjoying this round.
Brilliant from Monmouth School then, on the Berkshire station, heading for the line now, beating the King's School Chester, an early exit for them. Monmouth School, a well executed race, over the line they go.
Yeah, slapping the side of the boat, delighted for Monmouth crew. I think on that start line they would have not known the relative speed.
Yeah, a difficult race to predict, but a clear outcome. Monmouth.